within social work.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And what was, so Lynn Classical, what was it like to, besides the abstinence only education, what was it like? What did it take to be successful there?
It depends on the teacher, because I feel like there was a lot of teachers where like they, at least from my experience, like there were teachers where they were really, I don't know how to explain it. It just depended on the teacher, but there were some teachers where it was an easy A. They were just probably just handing out these A's, but like there were some teachers where you really had to like work for it. And but I really I'm trying to like find a way to explain it, but there were some classes that were like really hard and interesting, and then there were some classes that I was like, what are we doing? What are we learning in here? We weren't really doing much, or the teachers themselves weren't. I don't know how to explain this. I feel like I don't know. But like I had some really, really good teachers. Then I also had some really, really not so great teachers. So it's like, but I took some very interesting classes. But my favorite classes were always like the history and like the English classes. But yeah. And like my school was also very diverse, so that was also great.
Yeah.
So diversity is like very important to me. Like I like being around like diversity. So that was nice. Yeah.
And when did you, it sounds like, your parents have been talking about college and careers a lot. When did you first think, about going to college and kind of decide, yes, I'm going? Do you remember when that was? Or?
No, I think like that, even when you're not thinking about, your parents already thinking about it for you, like you're going to college. There's really no other way. But I've always wanted to go to college because I know that in order for me to like help the people the way I want to help people, I'm going to have to like have a degree and like know more, because if you going to college will provide them with that like knowledge in order to how exactly to like meet people's needs and meet them where they are and how to provide whatever they need. Yeah. Because right now, like I feel like right now a high school diploma isn't really like as the more the years go by, the less it becomes like a big deal. Like, oh yeah, I have a high school diploma. It's like, so So, even now, even like a bachelor's degree, but like I knew like going to college would be beneficial for what I want to do. Yeah. I don't think I would be able to like help people the way I want to help them if I don't go to college and like gain that information, because I only know very little right now and have very little resources just by myself.
It's early. And are there other reasons besides your kind of professional goals why going to college is important to you?
I really do enjoy learning. I really enjoy like being in a classroom and learning. So I guess that's also why I want it, because I'm very curious about so many different things. So I'm glad to have like the opportunity, because for me it is a privilege to be able to like go to school and get an education. So
And when you started thinking about going to college, like what was your college search and application process like?
Tragic.
No,
it was. I get stressed. I feel like I put a lot of stress on myself. So the whole experience was really hard. I applied to so many, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help people, but like I didn't know what exactly major I was going to, because I'm horrible at making decisions, like big decisions like that. Cause it's like once you I overthink everything, and I always like overthink, what is going to happen? What if I make the decision, what's going to happen next? A lot down the road. So I applied to 20 schools.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. It was. People were like, what? I applied to 20 schools, and the process was just so, at least for me, it was really stressful, because like I feel like everybody else around me was like, yeah, I want to major in this, I want to do this, and then after I graduate, I want to do this, and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know how to help it, but that's very vague, and it's not really saying much. And so I couldn't decide on the school, I couldn't decide on the major, I couldn't decide on the state. It was really bad. But I applied to 20 schools, and then my top school was Syracuse. But then when that financial aid came back, I was like, okay, plan B. So, and then Salem State basically, it would offer me the most money and my parents wouldn't have to like worry. So I was like, this is a good place and I still want to go to get my master's degree. So it'll be good to like be here for the 4 years, save that money because I'm going to have to pay a lot of money for my master's degree. So like, Salem State has a good social work program. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And do they offer a master's in social work as well?
Here, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know yet if I'm going to do it here or I'm going to go somewhere else, but for right now, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a program.
Yeah.
And were there key people that were involved in that process? Were your parents heavily involved, or who was involved?
My parents, they would have loved to, but they don't know a lot about like because when my brother applied, he only applied to Salem State. So, I think he only applied. I feel like he only applied I think it was only Salem State, so they didn't really have to do much. But when I was applying, I applied to 20 schools, and they didn't really know how to help. They provided all the information I needed, but they didn't sit with me and like do the application because they didn't know how to. So, Girls Inc. was like the biggest, because like I besides like working there, I was in the teen program, which is with the what was it called, the college something. There was a college program for like seniors. So once you're a senior, you go there and they help you through from like September to May of your senior year. They're helping you. They partner you up with a mentor, people who volunteer to be mentors, and they like help you from like the beginning of your college. Like no, they started in the summer of my junior year until like May. Me and my mentor were working on like application, essays, everything. Wow. And if I didn't have her, I don't know where I would have been today. But yeah, Girls Inc. has like played a really like important and big role in my life. I feel like if I hadn't gone to Girls Inc. and like participated in the programs and like gotten all the help that I gotten, I don't think I'd have been doing social work right now. I feel like I've been like maybe like on the med track.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's what my parents wanted to do, and
right.
I didn't know, so I was like, okay, they know best.
Sure.
But, like, I feel like Girls, like, opened my eyes to, like, exactly what I want to do, which is, like, help people. Because, like, the first experience that I had of, like, working at, like, I didn't even know this kind of jobs existed, but, like, the summer after my freshman year, Girls Inc., because I've been going to Girls Inc. since I was in, like, 7th grade, so Girls Inc. offers, like, an internship program once you, like, finish their, like, middle school program. So I did like an internship with like this family and children's services nonprofit organization, like right, because like there's so many different like programs in Lynn. So I interned for them for the summer, and they just provide so many like programs and like services for like women and like children. And I was like, wow, this is really like this thing. I didn't know those things like programs existed. And I was like, wow, like I want to work for like a nonprofit or like a organization like this one day. That's when like I was like, okay. Yeah. Maybe I want to do this. So, yeah.
That's cool. And so are you commuting from Lynn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a 20-minute bus ride. I'm still taking my driving lessons, but we'll see how that goes. So far, it's not going so well.
Well, Massachusetts drivers are nothing to play with.
Yeah.
And was that a factor of all? Like, how did you feel about commuting versus staying on campus?
I didn't want to, because at first, when I was making my college list, I showed it to one of my friends, and she was like, there is not a single Massachusetts school in your list. I was like, I don't want to, like, I wanted so, because I've lived in Lynn, like, my whole life. I wanted to go somewhere else and just be in a different environment where I'm going to be uncomfortable and like have to like learn to like deal with that. So I applied to so many schools outside of Massachusetts. But then my friend was like, at least add some schools like in Massachusetts, like even like safety schools in Massachusetts. So I added like all the UMasses from Massachusetts and Simmons. So that's when I'm glad I added those schools, because all the other schools are really expensive and I wouldn't have been able to afford them. But yeah.
And so has it been okay to be commuting so far?
When Syracuse didn't work out, and then all the other schools when I started like getting back the financial package, I was like, oh my god, what? I can't like afford this. But then like Salem State, I was like, wow, this is good. So, but then I would have had to, because my parents didn't think it makes sense for me to live on campus if my house was like right outside Salem State. Yeah. So I was commuting. That broke me for like a whole month. I was like, I can't, because I really badly wanted to have like that whole college experience, being on campus, having a roommate. but that didn't work out. And like I feel like now I'm okay. I'm good now. But like for a while it was really hard because I was like, wow. Because like, everybody else around me was like gonna be dorming and like moving